Greetings, and welcome to Video Essentials for Business, our series dedicated to helping you understand and navigate the L&I requirements that are essential to doing business in Washington. Through this series, each video covers a different aspect of the most common questions we get from small business owners like you. I'm Andrew Bryan, presenting for the Small Business Office of Labor and Industries, where our goal is making it easier for you to work with our agency. In today's video voyage together, we'll explore the essentials surrounding one of the most exciting milestones in the life of a business: hiring your first employee. So you've been the only person operating your business. Until now. You've reached the point where you need to hire someone. Being an employer means a whole new world of responsibilities. So where do you begin? A great place would be the Small Business Guide over at business.wa.gov. And we provide a link below. But we're here to focus on your L&I requirements. First of all, it might help to know who are the people you need to cover with workers' compensation insurance, or what we call a covered worker. Covered workers are going to include employees working full-time or part-time. It's going to include temporary, seasonal, and casual labor, and oftentimes family members as well. If your spouse, sibling, or child isn't on your business license as an owner, chances are you need to cover them. Sometimes it's not so clear if the person working for you is someone you need to cover with workers' compensation insurance, or workers' comp for short. And perhaps no scenario causes more confusion than when you bring on an independent contractor to do work for you. So, what is it about independent contractors that causes so much bewilderment? It's because those people you're calling independent contractors might actually be covered workers by definition of the state and for the purpose of workers' comp. It's not as simple as giving someone a 1099 and calling them a contractor. Now, it is possible to be a legitimate contractor from the perspective of the IRS, but still not considered one by Washington State and L&I. This is one of the most commonly held misconceptions out there, so let's take a closer look at what makes a true independent contractor as opposed to an individual you need to cover. One way to determine if someone meets the independent contractor test is if they're providing workers of their own or bring major specialized equipment to the job. If neither of those apply, then that person must meet all of the conditions of the 6-part test listed here. Are they free from your direction and control, which can be categorized as behavioral, financial, and contractual? Are they in business for themselves? Do they have all required business licenses? Do they pay state and federal business taxes? Do they have multiple clients? And do they maintain their own books and records? You could refer to the Independent Contractor Guide pictured here for additional explanations of the test and examples. You can also enroll in our e-learning class or call our determinations unit, who will work directly with you to help know if your contractor is a covered worker or not. So, you've settled the independent contractor question and know you're hiring an employee. What do you do now? First of all, you're going to need some required insurances for that new employee. Things like workers' compensation and unemployment insurance. Maybe you already know that the Department of Labor and Industries provides workers' comp insurance, so you might assume that's where you should start, right? That would make sense, but actually, there's another step to take first. Your journey is going to begin at the Department of Revenue, which is where you can update your business license to indicate you'll be adding employees. If you plan to hire any workers under 18, you'll want to apply for a minor work permit at the same time. Indicating on your application that you're adding employees means it will be automatically sent to L&I for workers' comp and to the Employment Security Department for your unemployment insurance. Workers' comp applications are typically processed in the order they're received, and you can expect it to take at least a couple weeks. Your application will be assigned to an account manager, you can think of them as your insurance agent, who will contact you to go over your business details to ensure the correct risk class is assigned. Your account information will be sent to you once the account is opened. What is workers' compensation insurance? Well, it's just that, insurance. It provides medical treatment to your workers if they're injured on the job, and partial wage replacement if the injury keeps them off of work for a while. It also helps protect your business by providing liability and financial protection. Instead of a sudden and costly medical bill, you pay a steady rate of premiums. So now that you have this shiny new workers' compensation account, what are you supposed to do with it? Well, for one, you'll need to file quarterly reports. Although quarterly reports take their titles literally and are filed quarterly, you might be asking, when exactly? You have the entire month after each quarter ends to file, which you can do over at our website, lni.wa.gov. The link is on our homepage, right under the business section where it says File a Quarterly Report. We've also included a link in the description. When you click on that, you have a couple options for how you want to file: the aptly named Quick File or the Claimant Account Center, otherwise known as My LNI. Quick File is nice in that you only need your State Unified Business Identifier Number, or UBI, and your LNI account ID to file. And it's genuinely quick. You can do it in a couple minutes if you have all your information ready, like the number of worker hours to report and your payment information. The Claimant Account Center, or My LNI, requires you to create a login and password, but it gives you the ability to save all your payment info, so you don't have to re-enter it each quarter, as well as a wide range of services for managing your account and accessing injury claim information. Whichever method you choose, you're going to be entering the number of hours worked in each assigned risk class, and the system will kindly calculate the premium that is due. For hourly or piece workers, you report the actual hours worked, which includes both regular and overtime hours. What you should not report are vacation, sick, holiday, and other leave hours. For salaried or commissioned workers, you have a choice between two methods: reporting the actual hours, provided that you keep daily time records, or reporting an assumed 160 hours per month, or 480 hours per quarter. Please note that you must use one method for all your salaried workers. That means that if you opt for the assumed hours approach, it has to be applied to all salaried workers, both full-time and part-time. These topics are all interrelated. For example, in order to file your quarterly reports and be prepared in the event of a workers' compensation insurance audit, you'll need to keep some information you've collected about your workers. Information like the payroll and financial records listed here. It's also wise to keep information demonstrating how any independent contractors you might have used passed the 6-part independent contractor test. Even though you won't report those who passed the workers' comp legal test in your quarterly filings, this information is necessary for any audits that may occur. The importance of good record keeping is, well, essential. Not only will keeping accurate records save you time and money in the long run, these records are also required by law, as they're needed to accurately track hours, wages, and in some cases, accurate risk classifications for proper reporting. All records should be kept for a minimum of 3 years, plus the year to date. While you can find most of your workers' compensation account information when you file your quarterly report, sometimes you might need that information on the other 361 days of the year. Where do you find it? On the Verify tool at lni.wa.gov. Just look for the big blue button that says Verify Contractors or Tradesperson's License. And when you arrive at the search page, you'll see a drop-down menu that allows you to search by business name, workers' comp account number, Unified Business Identifier or UBI, or contractor license, if this applies. Once you find your business, you'll see just about every bit of information you'll need. The business address and governing people that LNI has on file, your current workers' compensation rates, including the amount you can deduct from the employee's pay, your risk classes and links to the descriptions of what is included and excluded in those classes, experience factor of your business and past experience factors, the contact information for your account manager, who you can think of as your insurance agent, certificate of coverage for when you need to demonstrate to someone that you have workers' compensation insurance, any certifications or endorsements associated with your business. You can even find listings of any lawsuits, debts, violations, or inspections. And if you're registered as a contractor or tradesperson, you'll find details on your registrations and licenses, as well as public works requirements. And since all of this is available 24/7 on our website, Verify is the best way to get all the business information you need for updating your payroll with the New Year's rates or checking on your account. We hope you found this video helpful for your small business essentials here in Washington State. Check out the other videos in our Essentials for Business series. Whether determining worker status, opening a workers' compensation account, filing reports, record keeping in payroll, or using our Verify tool, our goal is to help you understand and navigate L&I's business essentials in Washington.